One of the questions a lot of faculty have asked me in the last several months is how to set up Zoom office hours in their Canvas course. And in this video, I'm going to show you a couple of different options that are available to you for how to set that up. So, to begin with, this course that we're looking at right now, N273, is the Quality and Safety course taught by Dr. Murray and Dr. Bailey. And one thing you'll notice over here in the course navigation on the left-hand side is they both have a link that says Dr. Murray student hours and Dr. Bailey student hours. And if I click on one of these links, what it does is it takes me to a page that says Welcome, Student Hours, and then there's a link to a Zoom meeting. So if you wanted to set this up, how would you go about setting up your Zoom meeting and then putting a link to it in your course navigation in Canvas? Okay, so as you might imagine, it is a multi-step process. So let's start with what we would have to do in Zoom. So first, you would log into your Zoom account, and then you would schedule your meeting. So I've already scheduled a meeting here. And what I want to do is edit the meeting to show you one thing that you will probably want to make sure is turned on. If you're doing office hours, then you almost certainly will want to make sure that it's a recurring meeting. You can do it, have it set to do every day, the same day every week, multiple times a week, etc., whatever you might need. But more than likely, you'll want it to be a recurring meeting. The rest of the settings are up to you, whether you want there to be a waiting room or mute participants upon entry, whatever you prefer for your office hours. But recurring meetings are probably a good idea. So then you'll click Save, and then the one thing you'll need is the link right here for your Zoom meeting. That's the link that we're going to put into Canvas that students will click on. But before we add that link, there's one intermediate step that we need to take care of first. So in Canvas, what we're going to need to do is create a new page for your office hours. And that's the page that we're going to put a link to in Canvas. So what we're going to do is create a new page. If you've never created a new page, what you'll do is go to the Pages link in Navigation, click View All Pages, and then you would click the plus page button. I've already done that, as you could see on the previous page, and I'll scroll back down here to the page I created called Sean's Office Hours. On that page, when I click Edit, I can type in a message to the students, the times of office hours, and then there's a spot here where I include the link to the Zoom meeting that I just created. So I'm going to go back over to Zoom, copy that hyperlink, and then I will paste that in to Canvas. Then I'll save the page. And here, as you can see, students have a link they could click on to get to Zoom. But now, how do I get the link to this page over here in the navigation? Okay, excellent question. But first, before we go create the new link, one thing I want to do to make that step easier is copy the URL of this page. So I'm going to highlight the URL and copy it. And you can even paste it into a notepad or a Word document just to make sure you have it saved for later use. And then I'm going to go to the Settings link here. And if it's not already clicked, you'll click the Apps tab up at the top. And then in the External Apps page, what you want to look for is this redirect tool. It's an arrow, it's a curved arrow. And when you click on the redirect tool, what it does is it will allow you to add the app, which what this does is it will put a link into the left-hand navigation. But it's not really self-explanatory. So the first thing you'll want to do is in the name field, you'll type the name of the link as you want it to appear in the Canvas navigation. So here I'll type Sean's office hours, and then the URL redirect, that's the URL of the page that we were just on in Canvas. So I'll copy that and paste it in here. Then we want to check this box, the second one here that says Show in Course Navigation. And then we click Add App. Now, you may notice it doesn't show up right away. So what we'll do is refresh the page, and voila. There's the link in the navigation that says Sean's office hours. Now, when I click that link, it briefly showed a redirect button on the page, and then as you saw, it brought us immediately to this page. That's the way redirects work. What it does is Canvas has a built-in redirect that takes us to that page and then immediately brings us to the URL that we put in, which is, in this case, the URL to the Sean's office hours page, which includes a link to my Zoom office hours meeting. So that's how you can create a simple link in your course navigation to get students to a page where they can easily go straight into your office hours. Another alternative, if you want to do it, is to create a URL redirect from here that bypasses this office hours page and instead goes straight to this Zoom link. If you wanted to do that, instead of pasting in the URL to this page, instead, in the redirect, you would paste in the Zoom meeting URL. The effect would be the same. The only difference is doing it this way gives you a page where you can tell students a little bit of information, like the times when you're available, before they join you in Zoom. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me an email or drop by my office. Thanks.